Welcome to my channel TM Chitra Teacher. In this session, I am going to explain you a story called The Necklace. This story has two parts, but in this session, I'll be explaining you part 1 of the story. So it is a short fictional story. Their famous character called Mathilde, and what she tries to teach us through her life is we should always be satisfied and feel content with whatever we have. So before I explain you the story, let me see about the author. The author, Gede Maupassant, he was born in the year 1850 and existed till the year 1893. So he was a 19th century French author, and he was remembered as the master of short story form. So he has written more than 300 short stories and he is very famous in that. And as a representative of the school, a naturalistic school, he has worked for it. And he has also depicted the human lives and destinies and social forces in disillusioned and often pessimistic terms. So his story mostly contains these kind of features. Disillusioned in the sense wherein the character feels more disappointed, discouraged, and pessimistic is most of the negative terms. So even in this story he has mentioned the same, how a character suffers and struggles a lot in life just because of few expectations led by them. Now let us discuss the activity given in the warming up section. So write a few lines about yourself, that is your name, appearance, etc. Then create an imaginary persona for yourself. So it may be quite different from your real life, that is your real self, or you may choose a fictional character and introduce yourself in that role. So I have mentioned here the characters, the imaginary persona as well as the real character just for your reference. So you can use this and you can write your own write-up. Is there something that you would like to own more than anything else? So describe your dream possession with the help of the following points. You may add your own points too. So actually I have written over here, I have just given this for your reference. So after reading this, even you can make your own write up based on this dream, like what exactly your dream possession is, what you wish to achieve, what you wish to buy, so that you can mention over here. So I have given this for your reference. Now I'll explain you the lesson, The Necklace, part 1. So in this lesson, the writer has mentioned about a sense of false pride, then greed and envy. Envy means jealousy. These all things can lead a person for their destruction. So through the characters, what they have mentioned in this chapter. So Mathilde Loisel, she was a very pretty young lady who was born into a middle class family, and they all worked as clerks. So her family did not have any means to arrange for dowry, so that for her marriage, so that she can get married to a rich family. And then she did not have any other ways, that is other means by which she can make friend with the rich man and to be loved and getting married. Even that chances were also not there. So due to all these circumstances, then she had to marry a clerk in the office of the Board of Education department, and because of this she was unhappy. So she used to think that destiny was unfair to her and that she deserved much better than what she had got. So she used to get angry and was tortured by the condition of her apartment. Then the dirty walls, then the torn furniture, these all irritates her. And she used to think about the elegant dinners being served in marvelous dishes. When her husband used to praise the homemade food, then served in a very simple dish. But she expects everything in a very grand way. She wants a luxurious life to be lived. Then she did not have any fancy dresses or jewels, nothing she had. She had a school friend whom she did not like to meet as she was a rich lady. So whenever she goes to meet her, whenever she meets on the way or any time, she used to cry for days together. Many days she used to cry thinking of her situation. So looking at the condition of her, she felt really very bad. And one day her husband came back home from work in a very happy mood, and holding an envelope in his hand, he informed her that the envelope was for her and asked her to open it. So he just gave a surprise to her by giving an envelope. So she quickly opened out the printed card as she was excited to know what it was about it. So it was an invitation from the minister. So the couple had been invited to a dinner party at the house of the Minister of Public Instruction. So it was a great moment of pride for him, for her husband. But let us see how did she replied. So she was supposed to be delighted as Monsieur Loisel expected, but she got really angry and threw the card while murmuring something. So here M, they have mentioned M. Loisel. M means is Monsieur, and MME, that stands for Madame. So these are the French terms which addresses Mr. and Mrs. in English. So he expected that she will be very happy, she will be delighted as they were invited. But instead of that, she threw the card away. So she asked her husband, what did he want her to do with the card? What she wants to do with the card? So he replied that he had thought that she would be happy. That is what he thought. She would be happy, and she never went out with him, and this will be a rare occasion to which not many employees were invited. So he thought she will be happy. So he also told her that she would be meeting a lot of people from his office there. So Mathilde asked him what could she wear to such a grand party. Then he stammered, as he had not thought of that. So he never thought of that. He was just planning about to go to the party. So he first asked her to wear the dress that she wore when they went out for movies. But then as she was weeping, that is, she was crying, then he asked her about the matter. Like, what is the matter? Why is she crying? Then she wiped her tears, and then she replied him calmly that she could not be a part of such a grand affair, and that she should give away the card. So some other colleague whose wife was better than her, she can go. So she said, I'm not ready to come. You better give this invitation to some of your colleague, the one who works along with you. Let that husband and wife go and enjoy the party. Then he felt really bad for his wife, as she was crying and asked for the cost of a simple dress. Then he asked, how much does a simple dress would cost, so you can wear it on the day of the occasion. She thought of an amount that would neither be refused by him, and nor it will not scare him, because he is a poor clerk. He will not be affordable if she is asking for a costly dress. Then she said that she would be able to manage a dress around 400 francs. Then Monsieur Loisel, he was okay. He said he has saved some money. Actually, he saved some money to buy a gun for himself, so that he could join the hunting parties. Like during summer time, he go along with his friends. So he has planned for that. So he told his wife that he could give her the money and asked her to buy a good dress. So he said, I have saved this 400 francs to buy a gun, but I'll give it for you. You can buy a new dress for yourself. So the day was approaching, and Mathilde was still not fine, even though her dress was almost ready. So one day her husband asked her again that why had she been acting strangely for the past few days? Why she wants the dress, she got the dress, then what is the problem for her? Then again it was asked, like, why is she getting irritated still? Then she said that she don't have a jewelry, and she would like to wear some good party jewelry, because she would look like a poor person in such a big party. So she again said that she would rather prefer not going to the party. She said, even it's better not going to the party, because without a jewelry, how can I go for the party? Then She replied that she could not really wanted to go in a very cheap dress in the party because those rich people will be coming for the party. Then her husband suggested that she could go to a friend, Madame Forestier, and ask her to lend some jewelry so that she can get it from her and she can use it for a day and return it back. But then she went to Madame Forestier house and the next day, and she said that she was stressed about the party and the jewelry. Then Madame Forestier, she went to her closet, that is the cupboard, wardrobe, where she has kept her things, and she just brought out a jewel box. Then Madame Forestier asked her to choose for herself whatever she wanted. Then she first saw some bracelets, then some pearl collars, and then some jewelry she saw, but nothing she found it that attractive. Then she asked Madame Forestier if she has anything else that could be better to wear. So to this Madame Forestier, she replied that she could herself take a look and choose something suitable. So she brought another box. So in that box, she had a superb diamond necklace which was kept in a black satin box. Then she took that. She took that necklace and she wore it and she checked it was so beautiful. So immediately she hugged her friend and she was so happy for getting that necklace. Then she hugged her friend and with a great affection and left her house. Then the day of the party arrived and Mrs. Loisel, that is Madame Loisel, was appreciated as she was the prettiest, most elegant and gracious of all. So she was very beautiful. She looked very beautiful on that day comparing to the other women who came to the party. So she was very happy as well. So with the full of enthusiasm and pleasure, she was very happy with all the attention she had gained. So the couple left the party around 4 o'clock in the morning. So she wanted to leave the party quickly because she didn't have much comparing to the other ladies. Her dress wrap, it was not that furry clothes were there. So she thought, I'm not that rich, I'm not seen that rich, so people may identify that I'm wearing a cheap wrap. So she left the party as early as possible. And they didn't get a cab, so they went on walking. They just walked on the streets and finally they got a cab and they reached home. And it was early in the morning. They were walking on the street and Madame Loisel's fun, everything came to an end once she reached home. So as she stood in front of the mirror and removed the wrap to see herself one last time in the beautiful dress and necklace. So wrap is like a sweater they would used to wear. It is made up of fur. So she just removed that and she just wanted to see her beautiful necklace, her dress, and suddenly she cried out loudly because the necklace was missing. So it was not on her neck. So she was shocked and stunned to know that. Then Monsieur Loisel asked her the reason for shouting. Then she turned towards him and said that Madame Forestier's necklace was missing and that it might have fallen somewhere. So he thought it might have fallen somewhere, so let us search for this necklace. So now let us discuss the questions given at the side of the lesson. Why was Mathilde married to a minor official? So Mathilde, a pretty and charming girl, was born into a family of clerks. She had no means of becoming known, understood, loved, or be wedded to an aristocrat. So she was married to a minor official. Why did Mathilde weep with misery after visiting her schoolmate? Mathilde had no rich dresses and no jewels, and these were the only things she loved. So she found that her schoolmate, who was rich, had all the things that Mathilde wanted so desperately. So hence she wept with regret, despair and misery after visiting her soulmate. What did the envelope hold? The envelope held an invitation for a party at the Ministry of Education. Was the husband a considerate person? How do we know that? So the answer is the husband was very happy to give Mathilde the invitation to the party, for he felt that she would be pleased. When she began to cry, he was distressed to see her tears. When he realized that she wanted to buy a dress for the party, he sacrificed the money he had saved to buy himself a gun for a hunting summer with friends. So he gave her the money for her new dress. So this shows that husband was a considerate person. Why did Mathilde go to her friend's house and tell her of her distress? So the answer for this question is Mathilde wanted to have jewelry to wear for the party. She did not have any, but she knew that her friend was rich and would have a good collection of jewels. So she went to her friend's house and told her of her distress so that she could borrow some jewelry from her. The next question is, what did Madame Forestier's large box contain? Madame Forestier's large box contained jewelry. The next question is, which sentences tell us that Mathilde greatly desired the necklace? So the answer is, the following sentences tell us that Mathilde greatly desired the necklace. The first point is, her heart began to beat with uncontrolled desire. Then her hands trembled as she took it. She fastened it around her neck and stood lost in ecstasy. Then this next point is, then she asked anxiously, hesitating, would you lend me this, just this? Then the next line shows this is, she threw her arms around her friend's neck rapturously, then fled with her treasure. The next question is, try to express the thoughts that must have passed through Mathilde's mind on seeing the necklace. So the answer for this question is, on seeing the necklace, Mathilde must have thought, oh, how beautiful I look with these diamonds around my neck. I'll be prettiest woman at the party. All the others will crowd around me and admire me. I'll be the most elegant and gracious woman there. Everyone will envy me. So next question is, why did Mathilde not notice the loss of her necklace earlier? So the answer for this is, Mathilde was a great success at the party. She was full of joy, for she was prettier than all the other women. She danced wildly with passion, forgetting everything in the triumph of her success, floating in a cloud of happiness. In all this excitement, she did not notice the loss of her necklace. Let us discuss the activity given in the English workshop. The first activity is, read each of the following sentences aloud. Write who said it to and to whom they said. So look, here's something for you. So Mathilde's husband, that is Monsieur Loisel, said this to Mathilde. Why the dress you go to the theatre in? Why the dress you go to the theatre in? So this was said by Mathilde's husband to Mathilde. The next statement is, I would rather not go to the party. So this statement was said by Mathilde to her husband. So next is, choose my dear. So Madame Forestier said this to Mathilde. So you have nothing else. So Mathilde said this to Madame Forestier. So would you lend me this, just this? So Mathilde said this to Madame Forestier. The last statement is, what, how, that's impossible. Mathilde's husband, that is Monsieur Loisel, said this to Mathilde. The next question is activity given in the workshop. Write a few lines about what Mathilde had and what she dreamt about. So Mathilde had plain dresses and a shabby, poorly furnished house. But she dreamt of a grand palatial mansion, that is a huge mansion, with vast rooms and inviting smaller rooms perfumed for afternoon chats with close friends. The next activity is, write what you think about the following thoughts and actions of Mathilde. So they have mentioned certain thoughts over here. So for about that we have to write it down. So Mathilde was beautiful and so she wanted to marry an aristocrat. So I think this is a natural but childish wish. What Mathilde does not realize is that happiness does not lie in money or status. It depends on the character of a person. So I have given these answers for your reference, so you can use this for your writing part. Mathilde was sad because she did not get any luxuries. This is the next statement. So why this statement has been given? Because I feel sympathetic towards Mathilde. So actually you can give your own response over here. So everyone wants luxuries, but not everyone can get them. So Mathilde should have realized this and been content with whatever she had. Being content means she should have been happy with what she had. So she should have tried to improve her living conditions in some way. So the next statement is Mathilde felt that her house was shabby and poorly furnished. So this shows Mathilde's inability to deal with reality. So Mathilde should have tried to make the house a home by keeping it clean and doing things with love instead of looking at the material things that were there. So the next statement is Mathilde wanted other people to envy her. So this is proved like this is a very natural feeling, but to some extent we all want others to admire and envy us. But Mathilde should have kept this feeling under control. So the next statement is Mathilde was not happy to see the invitation, because the reason is this is a natural reaction on her part, for she wanted to be a well dressed and look pretty when she went to an important party. But however, she should not have disappointed her husband by immediately showing her unhappiness, and she could have later presented her case less bluntly, like later on she could have told it. So Mathilde wanted a new dress for herself. This is the next statement. Because Mathilde was young and pretty and wanted new things. But she should have first asked her husband what he had saved the money for, and then decided what was more important. So her dress or his gun. So he was very generous, and she could also have shown some genuine consideration. In the next statement, Mathilde borrowed a diamond necklace from a friend and wore it to the party. So this statement explains that Mathilde should not have borrowed such an expensive necklace just to show off. So one should never borrow expensive things from others. So last statement, Mathilde lost the necklace. So in this it's mentioned that Mathilde was very thrilled by her own triumph at the party. So she forgot everything in the party. So in my opinion, she should have taken care and not been so irresponsible, especially when she was wearing borrowed jewels. So now the next activity is you have to prepare a formal invitation using the format. So the format is already given in the textbook. So I have given an example for your reference. So you can see to the pattern how a invitation must be written. The next activity is write your phrases using each of type of determiners. So here we are going to see to the determiners. Determiners will be articles, then personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, and then we will have demonstratives, and then we have these pronouns and these demonstratives, articles, we call these as determiners. And we are going to give some examples. So write your own phrases using the possessive pronouns like my, his and your. So we have some nouns added with these possessive pronouns like my daughter, his clothes, your umbrella. Then in the second question, write your own phrases using then article like a and the. So like a house, a flower, an invitation, an inquiry, the Arabian Sea, the Himalayas. Then the next question is phrases. You have to make phrases using the demonstratives like this, that, these, those. So let us see to the examples. This tree, that building, these flowers and those hills.